What will happen if a girl is in love before marriage? Hare Krishna, dear friends. This is Mara. Welcome to Vedic Girl channel. I know many real life stories when girls fall in love with a man and face a very sad ending of such relationship. And I know very few stories of such girls ending up in a successful marriage. What are the difficulties of falling in love with a man before marriage? In man and woman relationships, always one side loves more than the other. That is a rule in the material world. Always one side loves more than the other. Through the years, they may exchange with places, but always one side loves more than the other. Usually, one loves and another reciprocates. And actually, the person who loves feels more happiness than the person who reciprocates. Another rule is man's passion and attachment towards a girl may decrease after marriage, intimate relations, and girl's passion and attachment may increase after marriage or intimate relations. That is why if a girl wants to have a healthy family lifelong, she needs to get married to a suitable man who loves her more than she loves him. And after marriage, she will start loving him. The man whom she loves won't respect her. Why? Because he doesn't like when somebody forces him. When a girl is in love, she will do everything and anything to get him. She will run after him, she will demean herself in front of him. Man doesn't like to be conquered, he likes to conquer. If a girl is already conquered, then there is no work for him. He will simply use that girl. He won't feel any love for her. As we told, one side loves more than the other. Here we are looking at the situation when a girl loves him more than he loves her. Usually such love will lead to loneliness in a girl because usually a man doesn't marry to such a girl. Even if he marries her, usually their marriage life won't be so successful. Why? Because husband and wife are equals and they sometimes correct each other and teach lessons to each other. When the wife does mistakes, husband corrects. When the husband does mistakes, wife corrects him. But if a woman is too much attached to a man and he is not, then she will be always scared of losing him. That is why she won't correct him. He may commit so many wrong actions towards her, but she will blindly, out of fear, forgive him and continue serving him so that he doesn't leave. This may lead to the extent when he may go to other women, but she will forgive and accept him back, not punishing him in any way. And first of all, that behavior will degrade a man, and secondly, a woman will suffer a lot. There are some rare cases when a man gets married to a woman who is too much in love with him and be happy. But usually that happens very rarely. That is why a Vedic girl will listen to her seniors and protect herself from falling in love with not right man. Whereas a man who loves woman more will change himself for her. If he is a drunkard, if she wants, in order to get married to her, he will stop drinking. If he smokes, he will stop smoking. If he is not a devotee, he will try to chant and read and try to become a devotee. When you meet such a man, you may not feel so much burning passion, but you will feel peace and deep respect towards that man. Sometimes he may not look like some actors in the movies, but he is a very responsible and serious man with immense good qualities. What will happen if a girl marries such a man? In the beginning, she may feel reverence towards him, but later in life, she will serve and understand him more and start deeply loving him. In Western world, usually people get married to a person whom they love, but in Vedic culture, people get married to a right person and then cultivate love. When you feel intense, passionate desires and attachment to a particular person, then it is a sign that from this person you will receive your worst karma. But if you got married and you didn't have so much burning passion but reverence towards each other, then bad karma will come from other things but rarely with the partner, which is the best option. It is better if wife and husband fight bad karma outside of family life rather than fighting it among each other. Together they are strong, alone they destroy each other. We girls give very intelligent and useful advice to others, but when the question comes to us, we are little foolish. We commit lots of mistakes. That is why it is better if we always listen to our seniors. It may be your parents, or counselors, or elder siblings, or relatives. Always take guidance. Even if you meet someone and feel like being with that boy, show him to your parents. I would suggest you not to keep these serious things in secret, because after girl develops attachment, no person can remove that attachment. That is why it is better to prevent the disaster. I know hundreds of stories when girls got married to people of their choice and in the end divorced. Some of them divorced even after having kids. We truly can love someone whom we know, and we know the person's qualities when we start talking to him and seeing him in different life events. But if girls fall in love by just seeing boys in some yatras or at the temple, it means they started imagining a personage and loving that personage. In actuality, that boy may not have so many good qualities. He may not talk very intelligently, but just because of looking and observing, girls have the power to imagine and love that imaginary person. One time, one girl fell in love with one boy. She never talked to him. She thought he also loves her. So it happened he left the city for several years, and she continued waiting for him, and waited up to 50 years of age. After when they met through some of her friends, she asked the man if he loves her. He asked, whom? He never knew that this girl used to love him. He didn't care about it, but she wasted her life for that imaginary lover. That is a true story. Another true story is when one girl was in love with one man, but her parents didn't allow her to marry him and forced her to marry a suitable person. The night after her marriage, she ran away from her newly wed husband to her lover. At that night, her new husband was begging her not to leave him. He told her that he loves her a lot and he would take care of her whole life, but she left and got married to this lover by exchanging flowers in one temple with no documents and no signatures, and she got pregnant. And one night she found herself alone in her home. He left her. Later she found out that her lover was a married man. Can you imagine how much her dreams shattered at that time? Her parents rejected her. She doesn't have her own home. She doesn't have a proper job. She doesn't have anyone, and she is pregnant. She doesn't have good education, also to get a good job and make a living. The whole life she had to live alone and raise the kid. And all that is the result of so-called love. That is why a very girl is very wise. She listens to her seniors and marries a right person and protects herself from men who don't love her. But sadly, even after hearing all these, some won't believe it, because when girls are naughty, only life will teach them. But wise girls will learn from the mistakes of others. That is it for now, girls. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to comment below. Thank you, and I wish you make right decisions in your life.